back is just crazy. Like, it's
people in America, right?
yeah, right.
Mitt Romney, George Bush,
right. These guys are just in the mud, in the soil. But that group, that class of people has faded into obscurity for so long. Like, the idea that you'd be trying to bring the WASP back is just crazy. Like, it's over for that. Like, the power structure is whatever whites you want to choose, Jewish people, Italian people, Greek people, and of course it's come to include Black people and Latin people. And like, honestly, the power structure doesn't really care about diversity. Like, they found that a diverse amount of set of people will be willing to carry out the deeds of what it means to be in power.
They felt that a diverse set of people. What he's talking about is the people that have come here through immigration. What he's talking about are the migrants like him and his parents. I don't know where this person is from, whether he's born here, but I can guarantee you, if you go back 1 or 2 generations, they came here. They either migrated here and got citizenship, or they just walked across like everybody else. And this is the problem with people like him and Ann, thinking that all the groups that he just named, the white Italians, he left out the Asians. Asians have been in America since the 1800s. I actually have a list. I'm not going to go and get it, but I actually have a list that shows what race of people were already here. Those people and their offspring. It's the problem that people like him that migrate here, and then the younger generation who does not know their history. This is how your ass gets replaced. Why do you think people are clamoring to get here? Why do you think I said when I'm president, they're all getting shipped out? Literally getting shipped out. And if the army doesn't want to follow my lead, should I be elected president because I'm a woman, I have other Americans that agree with me. These migrants that have come to this country, these immigrants that have come to this country, when you come to someone's country, you adhere to the laws here. You don't come in here and take over and make it what you want. Does anybody remember why Hitler killed the fucking Jews? And if you say the word Hitler and Jew in the same sentence, the Jewish Americans have a fit and they holler anti-Semitic at the top of their lungs because they never want it repeated again. Americans, this is what the fuck is happening to us. Those who can trace their ancestry back. And this is why you have a lot of young people and people in their 30s saying, oh, no, there's no need for reparations because they're not even from this country. These people that are in their 30s, that are in these jobs that we're watching, they're not from this country, or their parents are not from this country. So you have people like him say the bullshit that he just said, that, oh, diversity is in the past. The America is a bunch of diversity.
Power in our country and in our world. And so Ann Coulter is she's a dinosaur.
She really is. She really
it's
is.
Sad, honestly.
It's sad not only because she has this like antiquated dinosaur mentality, but also she's so consumed by like these weird random hatreds of people that like I don't know if this makes me a bad person, but like a white person's a white person. Like I don't think about.
And see, that's the problem. A white person is not a white person. You never get rid of somebody's ethnicity. You didn't give up your ethnicity to become an American. Your parents didn't give up their ethnicity. And it's that ethnicity that makes us diverse in America. And we welcome all of it in America. But the problem is you and your generation and those coming after you, you want to wipe out what is American rule and you want to put in what is the rules from what your parents raised you and taught you. That's the problem. People like her, people like Jank. That's why. And that's why the capitalists keep winning, because we are so diverse Americans that actually you can't see it. Not once did either of you mention that Asians have been in this country. You mentioned Italians, whatever type of white they are. But Asians have been here, and they are being replaced by migrant Asians. So you got a lot of nerve, Anna. You're not an American if you don't believe in American law, in the rule of law, and the American way. Not that you need to get rid of your ethnicity, but this is why. And this is the main reason why they don't want Black people to be in charge and to be in charge of the president. See, I don't care about all this stuff. I don't, but I do care that I need a place to live. And people like you would get rid of the regular, normal, original Americans and replace them with people like you. And it's happening every single day. And this is why they're doing everything they can to make sure that Trump gets in. But Trump is capitalist too. And he got more migrants working for him and immigrants working for him than there are people who support him. But you're the problem. You and this other person. Be an American first. I'm not talking about your ethnicity. I'm talking about your mind and your train of thought.
Like, ooh, are you a wasp? Are you do your ancestors come from Ireland?
So I will say
I don't care.
That is your attitude towards it is a very, I would say, Western attitude, right? Like when I've made friends from, say, Pacific Northwest, and it's like, oh, you're a white person, but like, what kind of white person, right? And it's just like, oh, we're just white in the Pacific Northwest. In New York, like, it is a thing. Like, a lot of bars in Manhattan have an Irish flag outside of it, right? You're going to see, like, there is no Italian person you will meet that doesn't have a tattoo, that doesn't have the flag on the mirror in the car, that doesn't have something to let you know of their, their family's heritage, right? So
Right, because you don't get rid of your ethnicity in America. You don't dilute your ethnicity in America. So for you and Anna to sit there and make light of it, it's completely ridiculous. That means you're not really have any allegiance to America because you're making light of it.
In the Northeast, it's a big thing because it used to be this huge divide about how the power was separated, right? And nowadays, like, we all know, none of that matters.
It doesn't matter
at all.
Yeah,
like at all.
Doesn't matter.
So you mentioned
doesn't matter.
Look, I think that the topic of racism is embellished to an extent on both sides, right? So
this is not racism.
On the right, you'll have this denial that it even exists, right? And that's why, we played that video of Vivek Ramaswamy saying, like, what, racism? White supremacy? What? I've never seen it, right?
Right.
But then on, the left, I think that they kind of exaggerate how much of an issue it is. And
it's not racism.
By the way, as they do that, I think there's also this nefarious form of racism that I'm noticing that bothers me almost, I don't want to say it bothers me more, but it's a little more like low key, but has really negative effects on people's lives. And what I'm referring to is like the bigotry of low expectations. And I see that among people on the left in regard to things like education, like school districts throwing out AP programs or honor roll programs because there's a disparity in enrollment among, Latino students or Black students. And it's like, you don't just get rid of the program, you help the students rise to the occasion, right? Because obviously they have
a complete bullshit. You don't believe that. You don't think that. You're just saying it for clickbait because it sounds good coming out of your mouth. You believe no such thing. You nor the person next to you. You guys believe in survival of the fittest. Applying yourself and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. But you and Jank have always been racist. So nothing of this surprises me. And the people who work on your show and work with you. The elite, just as racist as the WASP. But the WASP, if you want to call them racist, because not everything they do is built on racism, they just want to keep control of everything because exactly of your conversation that you're having right now. But they don't have to worry about it because there's so many migrants coming here from across the world because people have been put in certain places in our government that Americans are being replaced, and you're going to be replaced as well. Good night, or I should say have a good morning.